It's been years since Anthem was released and tragically abandoned. And while I've been sitting on this review for a while, honestly, since last year, everything I felt then still holds true today. This isn't about what Anthem is right now, or even its forgotten potential. This is my review, my deep, agonizing disappointment with it, and my thoughts on what it truly could have been. Full disclosure, this is my first YouTube video. It took me a while to build up the courage to just hit post, so I really hope you enjoy. And hey, if you have any tips on what I could do better after hearing me out, please let me know. My disappointment stems from one core truth. Anthem had limitless potential. I was genuinely hyped, convinced this would be the next big thing when I first saw it. But the final release, it was a shadow of what was promised. It could have been another No Man's Sky or Cyberpunk 2077. Games that launched rough but were relentlessly improved by their developers, eventually finding redemption. BioWare and EA cited the pandemic as a reason for not delivering a big update like No Man's Sky. I get that to a point, but why cancel it entirely? It felt like they just didn't want to invest more into a game they already mentally abandoned. If they only stuck with it, fixed the bugs, and delivered on those initial promises, Anthem had a real chance to thrive. This disappointment profoundly changed how I buy games. I pre-ordered Anthem Legion of Dawn Edition at full price. The name itself just sounded cool, and you got some neat Javelin cosmetics. Honestly, I don't regret buying it because I enjoyed it for what it was, even if it could have been so much more. But it redefined my game buying habits. Now, I rarely buy games at full price because a year or so later, Anthem was already selling for $20 to $10 in the following years. It taught me a valuable lesson. When Anthem was first announced, my friends and I were locked in. This was going to be our game. We were so ready, but after launch, I was the only one who stuck around, purely because I believed in it. I even went as far as to get the Platinum Trophy, and I only do that for games I genuinely love. Anthem genuinely had enjoyable moments. The flying was sublime, and the seasonal events offered bursts of fun, but the core story, weak and predictable. This is where the comparison to Destiny comes in. The original Destiny also had rough start, especially its narrative. For me, and I think for many who would agree, its story only truly got interesting with the Taken King expansion. Destiny 2 followed a similar path, significantly improving with the Forsaken expansion. Anthem could have absolutely walked the same path if only they had continued its development. It truly breaks my heart. It's been over 6 years since its release. Yes, that long. 6 years. On February 22nd, 2019, Anthem was released. And it still pains me that we never saw Anthem reach its true potential. That core gameplay, soaring through the skies as a javelin, was genuinely fantastic. And the seasonal events were surprisingly engaging. All BioWare had to do was commit to a No Man's Sky style content pipeline, and people would have returned. It was never going to be a Destiny killer, but it was unique. It shared strong similarities to Warframe, a game released in 2013 that's still going strong with constant new content and even predates newer titles like The First Descendant, which clearly draws inspiration from Anthem's javelins, much like Warframe. My personal favorite javelin, definitely the Storm, the mage of the group. But there's one area where Anthem truly excelled: the music. The soundtrack is nothing short of phenomenal. It's cinematic, grand, and genuinely makes you feel like an unstoppable hero diving into an epic war to save the world. The music alone elevated countless moments in that game, making them feel truly epic. Imagine if they had just committed to updating it. We could have had far deeper customization, a truly meaningful social hub. The one they added later was unfortunately quite underwhelming. More diverse javelin to master, an expansive, truly more open world areas. Anthem could still be great if BioWare and EA decided to pick it back up. The servers are still up and running, surprisingly, still online for now, but sadly, the game is officially shutting down on January 12th, 2026. So if you've ever been curious, you can still play Anthem right now. As I mentioned, it's often incredibly cheap, frequently dropping below $10 during sales. And this was even before the shutdown was announced. So if you've played Anthem before, or if you decide to jump in before January 12th, 2026, let me know your thoughts of it in the comments below. Overall, if I had to review Anthem in its current state, I'd give it a 6.5 to 7 out of 10. That's not terrible for what there is, but the stark reminder of what could have been. I'm still clinging to hope that maybe, just maybe, someday they'll revive it, or greenlight an Anthem 2, or maybe fans could have even buy the IP. Low, a long shot, I know. Perhaps EA could contract it out to another developer who sees the magic. It could happen, maybe, maybe not. But my hope remains, because Anthem could have been, and still, quite frankly, can still be a truly great game. They just need to see the potential and change their minds about shutting it down. In fact, don't take the easy way out, BioWare. EA, don't shut it down. Make it better. Who am I kidding? They probably won't. But it would have been truly incredible to see what Anthem could have become.